The next card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, Queen of Pentacles is wise. She or he, I don't apply sex to the cards, has learned a lesson, okay, and has grown wise with time. So she's ready to be attentive with somebody who's attentive to her as well. So it's almost like you're taking in the attention you're getting from other people, possibly this past person, and you're thinking about it. Right now, people are very drawn to you, and they were last month as well, because the Queen of Pentacles is somebody that is very nurturing, very maternal, paternal, somebody that is very generous, but learned the lesson from being generous to the right people. And I think that's a key factor for you, Aries, is the fact that a lot of times, we give and give and give and give and give, and people take and take and take and take. And this says that you've kind of learned your lesson on, like, if you're treating me a certain way, I won't tolerate it anymore. And you don't get my time or attention. But if you treat me the way I deserve to be treated, I reciprocate in that way, if that makes sense. All right. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month. Ooh, something is in the air with you, Aries, because the Knight of Cups is romance and whimsy and fanciful and dreaming and ready to write a romantic novel. This is like writing your own book. And I kind of feel like, Aries, I feel like you're in an exact spot of, the word just flew out of my mouth, or flew out of my mind, obviously not my mouth because I couldn't spit it out, but you're like at a crossroads where you're kind of like new or old. You hear the wind chimes? That was crazy. I've been having a lot of spiritual activity lately. There's an entity around me in my home, not a scary one, but in every read so far this month, there has been some sort of noise or some sort of, my cat jumped on the table or somebody heard a kid's voice. It's been interesting. Anyways, but I said that, and then all of a sudden these wind chimes blew. And I almost feel like that's the universe saying, hey, by the way, and there's wind chimes outside actually. I almost feel like that's the universe's way of saying, you could go either way. I feel like this is either new or old for you, Aries, like big time. I feel like, if it's new love, great. If it's old love, great. You're just paying attention to the type of love, the type of person, the energy that this person bestows upon you, and that brings, when you're around somebody and if you feel good around them, you're happy and carefree and, happy-go-lucky. And when you're around somebody that maybe you're uncomfortable, there's that tenseness, that uncomfortableness. And I think, like I said with the Queen, you become wiser and recognizing those types of feelings and what makes sense to you and what's good for the gander, basically. The next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, this goes swimmingly with what I was just talking about, honestly, because the Six of Pentacles, this, could be from childhood, but this is really what it's saying to me is no more charity, Aries, no more charity. And that's what the universe, that's why this past card exists in my reads, because the universe wants you to either remember some sort of pattern of behavior to stop repeating and some sort of pattern of something to be grateful for and continue that momentum. This right here, the universe is saying, look, the Six of Pentacles is not here on this vibration of the 9. It's not here on this vibration of the Queen. So what are you doing? Going back to people or places or past times that don't raise your vibration. The Six of Pentacles is a generous energy, but it's charity. So it's saying, look, Aries, this ex of yours may be your soulmate, maybe your karmic connection, maybe it's meant to be, but it needs to be done out of you guys being on the same vibration, out of you guys being on the same level. Not because you feel bad for them, not because they can't get their shit together one last time again and again and again. You get my point. The Six of Pentacles is almost me pleading with you, stand up for yourself, hold out for special, hold out for something amazing. And this ex could be that amazing. I'm not saying that they can't be. I'm just saying it's not charity. This is 50-50. This is teamwork, teammates. Nobody's ever going to be perfect. It's never going to be a perfect situation. Okay. But there's times when we continue to allow people into our lives who just don't deserve that reciprocation at the moment. The next card you have as your immediate past or the past few weeks, past month or two, you have the Five of Cups. So, I mean, this makes sense. This is lost. This is, feeling sad. There's a grief behind it. And I feel like immediately, and I see this card all the time, and I don't get this feeling often, but immediately I feel like this is you not talking or not listening to what they have to say. Like you're kind of over it or you're done, or they're not listening to what you have to say. But again, cross watchers, this can be for either, but I read for the sign. And Aries, immediately I got the sense of you just kind of like, I don't know that I can go back to this grief. I don't know that I can go back to this sadness. Like I've been there. I've done that. Now I'm starting to, again, count my blessings, feel this fulfillment of something higher than me coming through, something bigger than me taking place right now, or you just growing emotionally, physically, mentally, and I don't mean physically as in like, hey, I'm sitting down to a turkey dinner about to, gain a food baby or anything, but more of a, like, maybe you're taking better care of yourself because when you were in this rut with this person, you were like, oh, screw it, I'll go walk later, or I'll go to the gym later, or I'll eat better later. You get my drift. All right. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the Lover's card. Okay. Now, Aries, you're going to hate this, and I'm sorry, but I'm really not sorry because that's exactly what they're telling me. The Lovers is either a new beginning with somebody, a new coming through, or your ex and you are going to make this happen. We're going to see what the rest of the cards say, but the Lovers, to me, I'm very 50-50, very 50-50 here, Aries, because I feel like for some of you, it's a twin flame, it's a karmic connection, and that will come back around and you guys will discover this love again. But for a lot of you, I feel like this is you holding out for this type of love instead of this charity. I mean, this is duality. It's two people coming together who are lovers, but this can also be passion too. Sometimes people confuse the Lovers with, oh, well, you get the Lovers, it automatically means love. A lot of times the Lovers depict passion, romance, all of the happy, light, fluffy things, which we love. But at the same time, there's work involved in a relationship. It's not just rainbows and sunflowers. The next card you have is your immediate future. So throughout the next few weeks, throughout December, and you have Judgment. All right. So I'm starting to think for some of you, it's leading more towards giving another chance to this person, or maybe they come through and actually earn your time and attention and earn your love. Because the Judgment card, even though it can be judgy to a certain extent, it can be pointing fingers a little bit, is also meditation looking back. So a lot of you are reminiscing to the situation with this person and what you've been through and what you want going forward. I want somebody who reciprocates the love that I give them. I want somebody that wants to take care of me as much as I want to take care of them. I don't want this charity energy anymore. I don't want to be with them because they feel like they're going to hurt my feelings if they're not. I don't want to be with them because I feel bad for them and they're saying really nice things. This is you really looking at, what has happened, what has transpired, and who this person is for you. And the next card you have is anything tangible that's going to happen. Well, there you go. That throws your wrench. Anything tangible that's going to happen throughout the month. Could be the beginning, middle, end. Could last for a day, a week. You have the Two of Cups, the twin flame card. And I was just talking about twin flames. So for a lot of you, I do feel like this is a twin flame, a soulmate, a karmic partner. You don't need to correct me in the bottom. To each his own. Everybody calls it different things. But the Two of Cups is the love that I was talking about that sometimes I feel like the Lovers lacks to a certain extent. The Lovers are amazing and wonderful and they can be partners and it's an amazing card to get for this type of read. But the Two of Cups sums it up as this is a connection that is not punch drunk love. This is not a connection that is honeymoon phase. This is a connection, good, bad, evil, indifferent, wonderful, happy, sad, angry. You get my point. So the Two of Cups showing up here makes me think for those of you who are in some sort of connection with somebody that is a twin flame connection or that type of connection, that it is coming back around. That may be also part of the reason it's coming back around, and may actually stick for a while, and may actually be something that you guys could eventually grow into something even more magnanimous than you had before in the good times. Because that 9 of coins, it's something about you, Aries. It's a change in you feeling the blessings, you feeling the gift of the universe. Whether you get this person back, whether they come back, whether you even want them back, that's up to you. But right now, the universe is saying you can have this abundance with that person. You can have this. But think about it too, that it's how you're feeling as well that is propelling the possibility of this happening. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. All right. And this makes perfect sense. You have the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is confusion. It's self-doubt. It's self-imprisonment. It's not understanding. It's a back and forth in your own head. I always use the same example with this card because this card cracks me up. Like, this person can walk inside that house and out the front door. Instead, they're choosing to hang over these knives. Nobody's holding a gun to their head. Nobody's handcuffed them. They're putting themselves in a position and keeping themselves in a position. They don't have to be. They're self-imprisoning. And I always say, then walk out the front door if you want. Put a shirt on first, but walk out the front door if you want. And so I feel like, Aries, this is the universe saying throughout the month, if you feel imprisoned in a situation with this person, you feel like you're obligated to be with them, or you love them and you're imprisoned by this twin flame energy, but it's never feels right. It's not working out. Then maybe it's time to walk out the front door. But for a lot of you, I feel like maybe it's time to let go and let God, or let go and let love. I mean, a lot of you are going to be in the comments, oh, they're terrible. And I get that, guys. I get that. The problem is, if you love somebody that much to where you have a twin flame energy, you're getting the Lover's card. Can you just release for a minute? Can we just get past the anger? Can we get past the judgment? And if you can't, then it's time to walk out the front door. But if you can, it's open arms and stop keeping yourself in some imprisonment by actions that happen, fights that happen, nasty words. We can either replay the past or we can move on to the future. And I really feel like, Aries, that's what this month and the end of this year is bringing to you. Moving forward with this person. And some of you may be like, well, it's not possible right now. We're not talking. They've blocked me. I've blocked them, whatever. Then now is the time to release those burdens. Now is the time to change the mental thinking of, well, they've blocked me. Okay, well, you know what? Hey, I wish you the best. I hope you find somebody amazing. I will always love you. I release you right now. The amazing things that come back to you when you do that and have that energy and count those blessings versus the you will see the growth in your own life and the abundance in your own life. Have a mental diet of 1 week of positivity and see if you can do it for a day. See if for 1 day, any negative thought about they'll never call me again, or they don't love me, or I don't know that I could ever be with them, change. Just try it for 1 day and you would be astounded at how hard it is, at how programmed we are to automatically block our positive thoughts. Well, I know he loves me and I know we have a karmic connection and I know I love him, but, no buts. Clear the self-doubt and the disbelief to enable better things to come in. You'd be surprised at how hard it is to go through 1 day and try and change every negative or downplaying thought you have in your head. Try it and see. It's when you get into the habit of it, it can be life-changing. Your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month is the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is a burden. It's a responsibility, but it's also a first completion. Now, again, this is internal, and I really feel like this is kind of what I was just talking about, like releasing the burden. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it's not going to happen. But you have love regardless. So is your world coming to an end if all of a sudden you find out you'll never talk to this person again, or you're in that energy now? So then you start recuperating and understanding that it's not the end of the world. Easier said than done. I know. I have been through that. Sometimes I don't think people understand that I have been through like 90% of the situations a lot of you have as well. So when I say, hey, try and get through it or whatever, it's because I've gotten it through it and I've met you on the flip side. Okay. The next card you have is your outcome, and you have the King of Pentacles. This is who you're looking for. This is what you're wanting. This is what you're needing from your, I say significant other because I do truly believe you guys are going to come back together. The King of Pentacles is to your Queen of Pentacles. This is this person showing up with a stability, with a game plan, with a, you know, no more drama, no more fighting, no more repeating the past. Let's throw the judgment out the window. And for some of you, it's going to be hard ass work. I'm sorry. It's going to be fucking hard because there was cheating, there was lying, there was deceiving. All sorts of things came to play here. But the King of Pentacles is at least showing up with some sort of, I feel like, I don't want to say offer or anything, but I feel like they're showing up. Isn't that interesting? I feel like they're showing up with some sort of like distinct difference, or to say something that you're going to be like, what? That's crazy. Now, you have the Six of Swords that popped out here as a clarifying card for your outcome. The Six of Swords is abandonment, retreat, but it also signifies vacation. I'm not going to lie. I feel like the Six of Swords is more people going on trips. Maybe you're going to visit people. You're going to visit family. You're going to see this person again. Now, it could be abandonment or retreat. It could be that some of you are saying goodbye and that this is a new person coming in. This is a king. And some of you will be happy and completely satisfied with that. But I don't see the Six of Swords as abandonment, retreat here. I see it as more of travel for some of you, or moving back in together, or moving closer to each other, and maybe not even purposefully. Maybe it just happens. Because I'm not getting, with this card and this card, these cards going on, I'm not getting abandonment. Some of you may, but that's not the feeling I'm getting. I'm getting more traveling, more visitation than I am abandonment or retreat. Now, you have the Moon clarifying the Lover's card. Now, if you see my reads, I always use the same example for the moon. You're in the woods, it's dark, your only light is the sliver of the moon, and in front of you is a giant rock or a giant bear that can eat your feet, but you don't know which one because you can't see it fully, okay? The thing about the moon card is, which is Pisces card. Oh, and I didn't point out that this is Gemini's card. So you can have Pisces or Gemini in your chart or be dealing with Pisces or Gemini. But the moon card signifies the unknown, but it's also saying don't be paranoid about the unknown. Again, like I was saying, let the universe kind of guide you in this because there's love coming in. The biggest question is it the twin flame karmic connection you already have with this person, or is it a new flame coming in? I mean, there is a possibility this is a new flame coming in. This is a new twin that you're meeting this month or that you're talking to this month, something along those lines. But I get a very distinct feeling before a new twin comes in, you're still going to be dealing with your old twin. Now, you have the Five of Pentacles here that came out, which is very similar because you have the Five of Cups here. And the Five of Pentacles is about a frugality. It's about feeling. The Five of Cups was loss, solitude, grief, etc. All the things that you've been going through and feeling. But the Five of Pentacles is different because this is also a loss, but it's more of like a destitution or a impoverished feeling. So I feel like a lot of you towards the end of the month are going to feel lost. I don't feel like it's a loss of this person. I don't feel like it's I feel like it's more of a sense of not sure where to go. And some of you may actually have two possibilities going on. Because now that I'm like, there's a lot of energies of you guys having one possibility of somebody like, and I almost get a feeling some of you are dating somebody now or seeing somebody now. And like, that's the situation you're leaving behind. That's the situation you're leaving behind because your like twin flame came back. Very interesting. I'm sorry. And I keep shuffling these and I'm getting like 10 cards slipping at the same time, but there's a sense of loss even with somebody coming back. So either you're dating someone or you're going to say goodbye to this twin flame and there's a new twin flame because it's very strange. Very, very strange to me that, very, very strange to me that you're getting that there's emotions here of loss and leaving and then twin flame energy. I almost feel like some of you really have started connecting with people and then this twin flame comes in and you're like, peace, my twin is back. I can't explain it. And then some of you, it's going to be the opposite. You're going to leave and then go from there, because now you have the Tower card, which is a dissolution of something, tearing down, but then building a new foundation. You know what? For a lot of you, I think that you're going to have this person come back, but in order for you guys to make it happen or to get back together, it's going to be a complete tear down. For some of you, you're actually leaving the situation because it's not suiting what you want. Like the twin flame, you're already like, I'll never come back. I'll never get back together with you. But it's like you have to complete it to start something new. Because the Tower card here, for me, is the rebuilding of a foundation after things have been destroyed. And I think that's what you're going to be working on. But you have to like leave the past situation behind. You have to, the loss and the sorrow and things that you went through before, you just need to leave those in the past, kind of kick it to the curb. Because for whatever reason, it's like a new fresh start. I'm going to clarify this though, because I feel like it's, yeah, see, balance, priorities, change, 2 of coins. Some of you, yeah, there's decisions here to be made. 7 of coins. This is risk reward. Some of you are battling 2 people, or maybe you're battling your head and your heart, or because the 7 of coins, there's a lot of two-ness here, a lot of double. Some of you've met somebody and you're like, do I stay with the new? Do I go with the old? Some of you are already like in a relationship that could be serious, or some of you, anyways, there's a lot of possibilities here, but I feel like there's so many, it's like you're going back and forth, because the 7 of coins is about assessing a situation. It's about a risk reward. It's about, you know, do I or do I not? Do I or do I not? And I feel like you're going round and round in your head. And your read is making me crazy because you have this major karmic connection with somebody, and yet things are like torn down. Maybe you have to just break it down to the ground until you can build it back up. I have this strong feeling that this karmic connection is not over. Even if you've willed it, even if you've left it, even if you still feel like leaving it, I just feel like it's not over. Yeah. And then you have the Page of Swords, which is, Page of Swords is practical, responsible, but somebody who is, you know, digging deep, somebody who wants truth and answers. I feel like some of you are like, I'll take this twin flame back if they come with what I need to hear. And if they don't, peace out, Felicia. So hopefully that wasn't too crazy. You've got a lot going on. But at the end of the day, you have twin flame and the Lovers, which regardless of new or old, it doesn't get better than that. All right, Aries, I'll see you soon. Bye.